Welcome to Quiet Lives. Before we drift into tonight's journey, if you find sanctuary here, please consider subscribing to join our community of rest. I would love to know which corner of the world you are finding peace in tonight, and what hour it is where you are. Feel free to share your story in the comments below. Now, let's begin. A soft, nascent warmth brushes your cheek. You stir slowly. The first golden light of dawn filters through the finely carved sandstone screen of your private pavilion. It paints a pale, shifting pattern across the cool, dark stone floor. Your fingers, still heavy with sleep, register the smooth, cool silk beneath them. A faint, almost imperceptible rustle follows the gentle shift of your weight on the plush mattress. You feel the deep quiet of the early hour. The air itself feels still. Slowly, your hand extends. It meets the polished surface of the rosewood bedside table. The wood is cool, then subtly warms beneath your touch. You trace the smooth, rounded edge with your thumb. The finely worked grain feels like a whisper against your fingertips. Your palm presses lightly against the surface. A faint, dry scent of aged wood rises. You push up, leaning back against the embroidered cushions of your bed. The soft linen yields, supporting you. Your gaze drifts across the room, unhurried. Sunlight catches the delicate, gilded edges of a scroll, resting on a low, lacquered chest. The subtle gleam is almost liquid. The air carries the faint, sweet scent of jasmine, carried by a gentle, passing breeze through the open archway. The pavilion remains hushed. A deep sense of peace settles over you. You simply exist in this quiet, unfolding morning. The soft morning light now illuminates a miniature temple model. It sits on a low, polished ivory table, waiting patiently. You rise, your bare feet meeting the cool, smooth stone of the pavilion floor. Your steps are quiet, almost silent, across the polished flagstones. Each step is deliberate, unhurried. The stone remains cool beneath your arch, a grounding sensation that spreads gently upwards. A subtle, earthy scent, mingled with the lingering sweetness of jasmine, rises from the lotus pond, just beyond the open archway. You reach the table, its surface smooth and cool to the touch. Your fingers hover, a breath above the miniature sandstone structure. Then, slowly, with a deliberate grace, you let them descend. They meet the cool, finely carved surface of the model. The tiny, intricate details of a miniature spire prickle gently against your fingertips. You trace the perfect lines of its base. Your thumb pad glides across the delicate bas-reliefs of a celestial dancer. Barely there. The fine grit of the sandstone is almost imperceptible. It feels like a whisper, a dry, soft friction beneath your skin. A faint, distant chime echoes from the main temple grounds. It is a soft, sustained note, carried on the morning air. You pause, letting your entire palm rest on a miniature lotus petal carved into the model's plinth. The coolness transfers slowly. The model feels solid, weighty, a promise of grand scale, held within your reach. The early light casts long, soft shadows across its precise forms, deepening the carved lines. You breathe in the quiet air of creation. A new day and new designs now begin to unfold. The soft light of mid-morning now falls directly onto your polished rosewood desk. Its dark surface holds a deep, quiet sheen reflecting the subtle glow. Your fingers reach for a bundle of palm leaf blueprints tied with a simple, fine silk cord. The cord feels cool, smooth, almost weightless against your skin. A faint, dry scent of ancient paper, sun-warmed and earthy, rises as you slowly untie the knot. The fine silk threads loosen with a nearly inaudible, soft whisper, a delicate friction. With careful, unhurried movements, you begin to unroll the first scroll. It unfurls with a slow, deliberate grace across the dark, gleaming wood. A gentle, dry rustle accompanies the smooth, gradual spread of the aged leaf. You press your palm flat against its surface, feeling the surprising coolness. The palm leaf is almost crisp beneath your hand, a faint, papery crackle if you listen closely. Your gaze follows the delicate, precise ink lines. They depict the intricate patterns of a future temple wall, each curve and angle perfectly rendered. You trace a small, carved lotus with your fingertip, moving slowly over its form. The dried ink has a barely perceptible, raised texture, a subtle ridge that acts as a quiet map beneath your touch. The light catches the faint, natural striations in the leaf, revealing its history. You pause. You breathe in the deep, calming quiet of your work. The room is still. Your fingertips still rest upon the cool, dry surface of the unrolled palm leaf. The intricate ink lines of the blueprint lie still beneath your touch. From a distance, a faint, rhythmic sound begins to drift through the warm morning air. It is a soft, almost hushed tapping. Tap. Pause. Tap. Tap. The sound is carried gently on the breeze, a quiet echo from the outer courtyards. It speaks of the steady work of a stone carver, patiently shaping the rich sandstone. You listen, letting your breath slow. The subtle vibration of the distant hammer hitting the chisel seems to resonate softly within the stillness of your pavilion. You shift your weight slightly, feeling the silk of your robes whisper against your skin. You close your eyes for a moment, feeling the cool, smooth texture of the palm leaf against your palm. Your thumb traces a delicate, ink-drawn curve, feeling the almost imperceptible ridge of the dried pigment. The air, warm and still, carries the distinct, dry scent of newly cut stone, mingled with the sweet perfume of distant frangipani. The tapping continues, a steady, unhurried rhythm. It is a sound of patient creation. You notice the way the soft, filtered light shifts subtly on the polished rosewood desk. It reflects the silent movement of the morning, a slow, golden dance. The cool weight of the palm leaf feels grounding. You simply listen. The world outside hums with quiet purpose. You are here, present. You remain still. The cool, soft sensation of morning dew greets your bare feet. You step from the polished stone of your pavilion into the quiet, private herb garden. Each blade of grass, still heavy with moisture, yields gently beneath your weight. A low, soft whisper of silk follows your movement, a subtle friction against your skin. The air here feels distinctly cooler, a fresh, damp counterpoint to the warmth of the rising sun. You walk slowly, deliberately. You feel the cool, firm earth through the thin, damp layer of leaves. A faint, earthy scent of damp soil rises, mingling with the sharper, invigorating aromas of growing herbs. Your fingers reach out, almost instinctively, to a cluster of lemon basil. The small, delicate leaves are cool and slightly velvety to the touch. You gently brush the surface, feeling the tiny, soft hairs. A bright, clean citrus scent bursts forth, a refreshing clarity in the morning air. You cup a handful of the leaves, feeling their cool, damp weight. A tiny, almost silent drip of dew falls from a leaf onto your palm, a cool, precise bead. The distant, rhythmic tapping of the carvers is now even more muted, a barely there pulse in the quiet morning. You close your eyes for a moment. You let the coolness of the leaves settle into your hand. The soft, dappled light filters through the overhead canopy. Everything is still, peaceful. You breathe slowly. The cool dampness still clings to your bare feet as you leave the herb garden. Each step across the flagstones is deliberate, quiet. You turn towards the temple's reflection pond, the air growing noticeably cooler with every pace. The smooth, wide stone path feels cool beneath your soles, a grounding sensation that absorbs the residual warmth from the sun. A subtle shift in the air, a damp chill, gently brushes against your exposed skin. You near the water's edge, where the polished stone meets the still surface. Your gaze settles on the pond. A delicate, ethereal mist rises, coiling slowly upwards in soft, pale tendrils. It drifts just above the dark, unmoving water, obscuring the precise reflection of the temple with a veil of white. You lift your hand, almost unconsciously. You feel the cooler air just above the water, a distinct, subtle difference in temperature. A faint, earthy scent of damp stone and the fresh, clean aroma of still water rises, a soft perfume in the morning. The mist swirls, a silent, slow dance across the surface. It blurs the sharp edges of the temple, softening the grand structure into a whispered suggestion. You watch its gentle, unhurried movement, feeling a profound sense of calm. The air feels deeply cleansing. You pause. You breathe. A tiny, almost inaudible, sure sound emerges as the mist delicately touches the surrounding lotus leaves. Everything is hushed. Only the mist moves, slowly, serenely. You feel the cool air on your face. The air in the shaded stone alcove is cool, almost crisp, as you approach a collection of sandstone samples. They are arranged on a low, carved stone plinth, catching the soft, filtered morning light. Your silk robe whispers softly against your legs with each unhurried step. The polished stone beneath your bare feet feels refreshingly cool, a gentle grounding sensation. A faint, dry scent of raw earth and minerals rises from the samples. Your hand reaches for a piece of pale, creamy sandstone. It feels cool, substantial, holding a quiet weight in your palm. Your thumb pad traces its smooth, unpolished surface. A fine, almost powdery dust adheres to your skin, a barely there whisper of its ancient origin. You turn the stone slowly, allowing the light to reveal its subtle pearlescent flecks. Next to it, a darker reddish sample awaits your touch. You lift it carefully. Its surface feels distinctly coarser, a subtle difference in its grain, a faint dry friction beneath your fingertips. The warmth of your hand slowly transfers to the cool stone. You compare the two, feeling their quiet variations. The world outside remains hushed. You stay. The sun's gentle warmth now finds you in your private, sun-dappled courtyard. You move slowly, your bare feet finding the familiar cool smoothness of the polished stone path. A soft, dry, sound accompanies the delicate rustle of your silk robe as you settle onto a low, intricately woven mat. The mat feels subtly coarse beneath you, a pleasant texture against the cool, smooth stone. A soft, plush cushion of indigo silk cradles your back, yielding gently to your weight. Before you, on a low, dark rosewood table, lies a prepared slab of fine, pale sandstone. Its surface is incredibly smooth, almost like cool, dry skin. You reach for a slender bamboo stylus. Its light, dry weight settles in your hand. Your thumb traces the smooth, polished shaft. A faint, woody scent rises, subtle and clean. You bring the stylus tip to the sandstone. It meets the surface with a soft, almost silent click. Slowly, deliberately, you begin to trace the initial, flowing curves of a new bas-relief pattern. The fine, dry grit of the stone offers a barely perceptible resistance, a soft, whispering friction against the stylus. Each stroke leaves a delicate, pale line, a silent conversation between tool and material. Sunlight filters through the frangipani leaves overhead, casting shifting, golden patterns across the cool stone and your work. The air is still. A faint, distant murmur of temple life drifts in, a soft, constant hum. You are utterly immersed in the quiet creation. Your breath is slow. You are calm. The gentle warmth of late morning sun now bathes your open-air observation gallery. You walk slowly, your bare feet finding the familiar cool smoothness of the polished stone floor. Your silk robe whispers softly with each unhurried step. You settle onto a low, intricately carved rosewood bench. Its surface feels cool, then slowly warms beneath your touch. A delicate porcelain cup, cradled in a silver holder, awaits you on a small, dark lacquered table. Your fingers reach for the cup. The fine porcelain is warm, almost radiating a soft heat into your palm. You feel the smooth, cool metal of the silver holder beneath your fingertips, a pleasing contrast. A fragrant steam, rich with the sweet scent of jasmine and a subtle hint of ginger, rises gently toward your face. You bring the cup slowly to your lips. The warm, spice liquid touches your tongue. It is sweet, floral, and deeply comforting. You take a slow, deliberate sip. A soft, almost inaudible tauza clink sounds as you return the cup to its holder. From this elevated vantage, the vast temple complex unfolds before you, serene and grand. The air here is calm. You can hear a faint, distant rustle of palm fronds in a gentle breeze. The sandstone walls glow with a soft, amber light, a silent testament to enduring artistry. You feel the warmth of the tea spreading through you. You pause. You rest. The spiced jasmine tea warmth slowly recedes from your lips. Your gaze drifts from the grand temple, settling instead on a quiet courtyard below your observation gallery. There, in a patch of soft, filtered sunlight, a royal dancer begins to move. Her silk attire whispers with each turn of her body, a soft, dry against itself. Her bare feet barely touch the polished stone. A rhythmic, muted sound, almost swallowed by the air, accompanies each delicate step. Her movements are fluid, unhurried, like water flowing over ancient carvings. You feel the coolness of the carved rosewood bench beneath your hand. The subtle grain of the wood is smooth, a quiet texture. Sunlight dapples the courtyard, highlighting the gentle sway of her golden ornaments. They catch the light, reflecting it in soft, amber flashes. A faint, sweet scent of frangipani drifts by, carried on a barely perceptible breeze. She spins, a slow eddy, mirroring the still pools of the temple gardens. Her grace is a quiet poem. You watch, unmoving. The world outside settles into a soft, gentle rhythm. You breathe slowly. The day's lingering warmth begins to recede as twilight deepens across your private chambers. You feel the subtle shift in temperature, a gentle coolness settling in the air. Your fingers, unhurried, reach for the silken robe draped lightly over your shoulders. It feels incredibly soft, a smooth, cool weight against your skin. Slowly, deliberately, you begin to draw the fabric from your body. A faint, delicate whisper accompanies the movement, a soft, dry rustle of silk against itself. You hold the robe in your hands, letting its luxurious weight settle. The fine threads feel cool, almost liquid, flowing over your fingertips. You notice a faint, sweet scent of temple incense, subtly absorbed by the silk throughout the day. Your palms press gently onto the fabric, smoothing out any creases with unhurried care. The silk glides effortlessly beneath your touch, a quiet friction. You begin to fold it, slowly, precisely. The layers meet with a soft, barely audible, another fold, then another. The robe transforms into a neat, cool rectangle. You carry it to a low, dark lacquered chest. Its polished surface is cool, smooth, reflecting the fading light. You place the folded silk down. A soft, muffled thud sounds. The room settles into deeper quiet. The shadows lengthen. You breathe. The soft, warm glow of oil lamps now deepens the twilight within your private chambers. You feel the air settle, growing cooler, as darkness fully embraces the world outside. Your bare feet meet the familiar, cool stone floor. You move slowly, deliberately, towards the low, carved shelf where your architectural scrolls rest. Your fingers brush against the cool, dry silk bindings, a series of muted colors. Each binding feels smooth, a subtle texture beneath your touch. You select a single slender scroll, its cylindrical form cool and firm. Its aged palm leaf feels light, almost brittle in your hands. A faint, earthy scent of ancient paper, sun-dried and time-worn, rises gently from its tightly wound layers. You carry it to your polished rosewood desk. The dark wood gleams, reflecting the lamp's soft, amber light. With unhurried, measured care, you begin to unroll the scroll. It unfurls with a delicate, dry, measured K sound, a whisper of old knowledge spreading across the desk. The soft lamplight illuminates the intricate ink lines of a temple spire. Your fingertip traces its elegant curves, feeling the barely there ridge of dried pigment. The flame flickers, casting subtle, dancing shadows across the detailed drawing. You pause. The room is utterly still. The night deepens around you, calm and quiet. The first hints of golden morning light filter into your private workshop. You feel the cool, smooth wood beneath your bare feet. A newly carved wooden lintel rests on a sturdy, polished workbench. Its surface feels cool, then subtly warms beneath your palm. The rich, dark wood grain is smooth, yet you can feel the faint, intricate patterns of the carving beneath your fingertips. A subtle, sweet scent of freshly cut teak fills the air, mingling with the dry aroma of wood dust. You reach for a soft, fine bristled brush, its handle smooth and cool in your hand. The bristles feel incredibly soft, like a whisper against your thumb. Slowly, deliberately, you bring the brush to the lintel. It meets the carved surface with a feather-light touch. A delicate, almost inaudible swish sounds as the bristles sweep across the deep, carved lines. Tiny, fine particles of wood dust lift into the air, catching the golden light in silent, swirling motes. You watch them drift, slowly, before settling gently onto the floor. Each stroke is unhurried, a quiet act of refinement. The carved details emerge with renewed clarity beneath the soft brush. The wood feels smoother, cleaner, under your careful hand. The air in the workshop is still, peaceful. You breathe in the calm. You rest. The faint, dry scent of teak wood still lingers on your fingers as you step from the workshop. The polished granite of the temple corridor feels cool and firm beneath your bare feet. You approach a low, ornate pedestal, bathed in the soft, filtered morning light. A smooth, dark offering bowl rests there, waiting. Your hand reaches out, slowly. Your fingertips meet the cool, dense surface of the polished granite. It feels incredibly smooth, almost slick, yet grounded with a quiet weight. You lift the bowl carefully. It settles into your palms, a substantial, cool presence. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible undulations of its hand-carved form. Your thumb traces the smooth, cool rim, a slow, deliberate movement. The air around the bowl feels slightly cooler than the surrounding space, holding a lingering freshness. A faint, clean mineral scent rises from the stone. You turn the bowl slightly in your hands, observing how the soft tropical light plays across its dark, reflective surface. It gleams with a deep, quiet sheen. You feel the stone's solid, ancient nature. The distant, muted sounds of the temple complex continue their gentle hum. You replace the bowl onto the pedestal with a soft, precise kon doth. A sense of quiet ritual fills the space. You breathe out slowly. Everything is still. The warm air of late morning carries a soft, rhythmic sound. You step into your walled meditation garden. Your bare feet meet the cool, smooth river stones of the path. Each stone is perfectly placed, a gentle, rounded presence beneath your soles. You feel the subtle coolness of the moss between the stones, a soft, yielding texture, slightly damp. The air here holds a distinct, fresh earthiness. Ahead, a tall grove of bamboo sways with an invisible current. A gentle breeze passes through, creating a soft, dry rustle, a continuous, hushed shh. Your hand reaches out, slowly, deliberately, to a smooth, cool bamboo stalk. You trace its firm, vertical line with your fingertips. The surface feels surprisingly cool, almost slick, yet grounded. A faint, almost woody scent is released from its hollow form. You pause. You let your palm rest against the cool, smooth shaft. You find a low, intricately woven mat, placed on a bed of fine, pale gravel. You settle onto its firm, cool surface. The intricate fibers feel subtly coarse against your skin, a pleasing, natural friction. Sunlight filters through the bamboo leaves above, casting long, delicate, dancing shadows on the gravel. A deep sense of stillness settles around you. You close your eyes. You listen. The soft, continuous rustle of the bamboo is a gentle lullaby. You breathe out slowly. Everything is calm. The gentle rustle of the bamboo fades behind you as you step from the meditation garden. Your bare feet meet the wider, cool expanse of polished flagstones, leading silently towards your private lotus pond. The air here feels softer, a subtle humidity rising from the water's surface, a delicate moisture on your skin. You move with unhurried grace. Your gaze settles on a single, perfectly formed lotus bud. It floats serenely on the still, dark water. Its outermost petals are a pale, creamy pink, tightly furled. You kneel beside the pond's edge. Your finger dips gently into the cool, unmoving water. A faint, almost imperceptible plank sounds as the surface yields. Tiny, slow ripples spread outwards. A quiet, widening circle. A fresh, clean scent of damp earth and pure water rises. You watch, unmoving, as the first delicate petal of the lotus bud slowly, almost imperceptibly, begins to unfurl. It peels back with a quiet, slow grace, revealing a deeper, richer pink within. The movement is so subtle, it is almost imagined, a silent, unfolding breath. Sunlight catches the dew clinging to its surface, 1,000 tiny, shimmering points of light. The gentle unfurling is a quiet testament to natural rhythm. You breathe in the soft, sweet perfume of the emerging bloom. You stay. The warmth of the late morning sun touches your skin, a gentle caress. You are seated on your private terrace, the cool, polished stone, a familiar comfort beneath your bare feet. A delicate, inviting scent then drifts to you, carried on a soft, barely there breeze. It is the distinct, warm aroma of freshly baked bread, rising from the royal kitchens below. The smell is subtly sweet, yeasty, a comforting, grounding presence in the quiet air. You lift your hand, slowly. Your fingers brush against the cool, smooth surface of a carved sandstone pillar. Its fine, dry grit is almost imperceptible, a gentle friction. Your palm rests flat against the stone, absorbing its pleasant coolness. You lean back slightly into the plush, embroidered cushion. Its soft fabric yields, supporting your shoulders. A faint, distant murmur of kitchen activity reaches you, a muted clinking of ceramic and a soft, low hum. The sound is barely there, a gentle background rhythm. Sunlight dapples the courtyard below, creating shifting, golden patterns on the ancient stone. You close your eyes for a long moment. You simply breathe in the comforting scent, letting it settle through you. The air is warm and still. You are utterly at ease. The delicate, comforting scent of fresh bread still softly perfumes the air around your private terrace. You shift slightly on the plush cushion, your silk robe whispering against the fine mat. Your gaze drifts to a small, low table crafted from polished ebony. Upon it rests your ceremonial drinking vessel, carved from cool, deep green jade. Its smooth, unblemished surface feels cool to the eye, reflecting the gentle morning light. Your fingers extend, slowly, towards the jade cup. The moment your fingertips meet its polished exterior, a profound coolness transfers, firm and dense. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible curve of its hand-carved rim, a gentle ridge under your thumb. The jade possesses a quiet, substantial weight. You lift it with unhurried grace. From a nearby ewer, held by a quiet attendant, a stream of cool, clear water begins to pour. A gentle, sustained, glug-glug sounds, soft and liquid, filling the hushed air. The water splashes delicately against the jade interior, a faint, barely audible swish as the liquid settles. A refreshing, pure scent of clean, cool water rises, subtle and clear. The jade cup grows even colder in your hands, the coolness spreading slowly through your palms, a grounding sensation. You watch the water's surface, now perfectly still, reflecting the soft golden light of the terrace. The cool weight of the vessel feels utterly grounding. You pause. You breathe. Everything is calm. The soft, golden light of afternoon now streams into your private study. You sit at your polished rosewood desk. Your fingers reach for an ancient astrological manuscript, its leather binding cool and dry. You lift the heavy manuscript. It settles with a soft, weighted presence onto the dark wood. A faint, dry scent of aged paper and subtle spices rises, a quiet breath from centuries past. Your thumb rests on the brittle edge of the cover. It feels cool, slightly rough, with a subtle, dry friction. Slowly, deliberately, you open the book. A soft, almost inaudible creak sounds from the ancient spine. The first page is thick, parchment-like. Its surface feels dry, cool, almost crisp beneath your fingertips. You trace the fading, intricate ink of a celestial chart. Each line is delicate, a quiet history, a testament to time. With utmost care, you turn the page. A gentle, papery rustle fills the still air, a soft whisper. The brittle leaf feels thin, almost translucent, revealing faint outlines from the page beneath. You pause. You breathe. The faint, dry scent of old wisdom fills your quiet study. The soft light shifts, deepening the shadows. You are still. You gently close the ancient astrological manuscript. Its brittle pages sigh softly as the leather binding settles. You push it aside on your polished rosewood desk. The smooth, dark wood gleams, reflecting the afternoon light. Your gaze then falls upon a waiting wax tablet. Its surface is a soft, pale ochre, smooth and slightly yielding to the eye. A faint, earthy scent of beeswax rises, subtle and comforting. Your fingers reach for the slender, carved ivory stylus. It feels cool, incredibly smooth, and perfectly balanced in your hand. You feel its light, quiet weight. Your thumb traces the delicate, polished shaft. Slowly, deliberately, you bring the sharp, cool tip of the stylus to the wax. It meets the soft surface with a faint, almost inaudible click. Then, with a gentle, continuous pressure, you begin to draw a line. A soft, dry scratch sounds, a delicate whisper of ivory against wax. The stylus glides, leaving a clear, fine impression, charting the first star of a familiar constellation. You continue, each stroke unhurried, a series of soft, precise scratches. The wax yields, revealing the dark, underlying wood. A quiet, rhythmic scratch fills the air, a soothing, repetitive sound. The soft, golden light catches the newly incised lines, deepening their contrast. You watch the patterns emerge, feeling the cool, firm surface of the tablet beneath your resting hand. The scent of beeswax is subtle, grounding. You pause. You breathe. Everything is still. The soft golden light of late afternoon now fills your private bathing chamber. You approach the large carved stone basin. The cool, polished floor feels smooth beneath your bare feet. Warm steam rises gently from the water within. A subtle, earthy scent of infused herbs softly perfumes the air. You notice tiny, delicate leaves floating on the calm surface. Your bare foot lowers, slowly, towards the water. It touches the warm liquid. A soft, almost silent plop sounds. The heat embraces your skin, a comforting spread. You step fully into the bath. The water rises around your legs, then your waist. It is a gentle, enfolding pressure. You lean back against the smooth, cool stone rim of the basin. The coolness of the stone contrasts with the warmth of the water, a pleasant balance. The warmth permeates your body. Your fingers brush a floating herb. Its texture is soft, yielding. The fragrance of herbs surrounds you, deep and calming. You close your eyes. You breathe deeply. The water holds you. Everything is still. You are still submerged in the warm, herb-infused water. The soothing warmth surrounds you, a gentle embrace. Your ears now attuned to a soft, rhythmic sound. It is the water, gently lapping against the smooth, cool stone of the bathing pool. A quiet, sustained lap. Lap, lap repeats. A soft, hushed whisper against the ancient granite. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible sway of the water against your skin. A delicate, shifting pressure. Your fingers, relaxed and heavy, drift slowly through the liquid, exploring its depth. They brush against the smooth, cool surface of the basin's edge, a polished, unyielding barrier. The stone feels dense, solid, a grounding presence beneath your touch, absorbing the warmth from your skin. A faint, almost imperceptible sounds as the water moves around your hand, a quiet friction. You notice tiny, delicate herb leaves swirling slowly with the gentle current. Their soft forms brush lightly against your palm. The subtle, earthy scent of the herbs deepens with each slow, deliberate breath, filling your senses. You feel the warmth of the water, the coolness of the stone, the soft, continuous movement. The soft, golden light of late afternoon plays gently on the water's surface. It creates tiny, dancing reflections that shimmer and fade, then reappear. Each ripple is slow, unhurried, widening outward in perfect circles. You close your eyes. You simply listen to the gentle lapping. It is a deeply calming, repetitive rhythm. The sound fills your mind, quieting all other thoughts. You breathe out slowly. Everything is still. You drift. The cool night air whispers across your rooftop sleeping pavilion. You feel the subtle shift in temperature as the day's warmth fully recedes. Your bare feet meet the soft woven mat of your bed. It yields gently, a familiar comfort. You settle onto the cool, smooth silk sheets. Their touch is liquid against your skin. A faint, dry rustle accompanies your movement, a soft, hushed sound in the deepening quiet. The fine silk threads glide against each other, a delicate friction. You lean back against the plush, embroidered pillows. The cool silk feels soft against your cheek, absorbing its lingering warmth. Your gaze lifts, slowly, to the vast, inky canvas of the night sky above. Thousands of pinprick stars emerge, one by one, slowly, silently. They glitter with a distant, steady light, each a tiny, perfect jewel. A gentle breeze then stirs the sheer, almost transparent canopy above you. It creates a soft, continuous cult, a delicate friction of fabric against air, a soothing lull. You reach out, slowly, with an unhurried hand. Your fingertips brush against the smooth, cool sandstone railing of the pavilion. Its surface holds the memory of the day's sun, now a pleasant, grounding coolness. A faint, sweet scent of night-blooming jasmine drifts on the air, subtle and pervasive. The profound silence of the night settles around you. You breathe out, slowly. The vastness of the stars feels close, comforting. The cool night air continues to embrace your rooftop sleeping pavilion. You lie back on the plush, embroidered pillows, the smooth, cool silk of the sheets, a familiar comfort against your skin. From the distant temple gardens, a soft, rhythmic sound begins to emerge. It is the steady, continuous chirping of crickets, a quiet, repetitive pulse in the deepening night. Each chirp, chirp, chirp is distinct, yet blends into a soothing, hypnotic chorus. A gentle night breeze then stirs the sheer canopy above you. It creates a soft, almost imperceptible trees, a delicate friction of fabric against the cool air. You feel the subtle, cool breath of the breeze across your exposed arm. Your fingers, relaxed and heavy, drift slowly across the cool, smooth silk beside you. The fabric yields, a soft, dry whisper beneath your touch. The faint, sweet scent of night-blooming jasmine, carried on the same breeze, drifts closer, then recedes. It is a subtle, comforting perfume. The thousands of stars above glitter with their silent, ancient light. The world outside is hushed, save for the cricket's song. You simply listen. The rhythm of the night deepens around you. You breathe out slowly. You are at peace. The soft, cool linen drapes hang loosely around your sleeping couch. Night has fully settled into your private chambers. You feel the subtle shift in the air, a cool caress against your skin. Your bare feet rest on the smooth, polished stone floor. Your hand reaches slowly, deliberately, for the nearest panel of fabric. The fine, embroidered linen feels exquisitely cool and smooth against your fingertips. A subtle, dry crispness accompanies its touch, a whisper of natural fiber. You draw the drape gently, with unhurried care, guiding it along its polished rosewood rail. A faint, hushed sounds, a soft, continuous friction of linen against the smooth, dark wood. The fabric flows with an unhurried grace, slowly creating a private enclosure around your sleeping space. Your fingers gently smooth the hanging fabric, feeling the raised, intricate patterns of the embroidery. It is a familiar, comforting texture, a quiet artistry beneath your touch. The air within this newly enclosed space feels distinctly stiller, cooler, a sheltered pocket of calm. The dim light from outside softens, diffusing into a gentle amber glow within. A faint, distant murmur from the temple grounds is now even more muted, a barely there hum. You are deeply enveloped in this quiet comfort. You breathe out slowly. Rest now. The soft, cool linen drapes now fully enclose your sleeping couch. A profound stillness settles within your private space, deeper than before. You lie upon the cool, smooth silk of your mattress. Your hand reaches, slowly, upwards. From above, a delicate, sheer silk mosquito net begins its descent. It unfolds with an exquisite grace, a soft, almost inaudible chef, as the fine netting brushes against itself. You feel the gentle, airy weight of the silk as it settles. It drapes softly around the perimeter of your bed, a translucent, protective veil. Your fingers brush against the cool, incredibly fine mesh of the net. The threads are almost imperceptible, a barely there texture against your skin. A faint, clean scent of pure silk, sun-dried and fresh, drifts around you. The dim, diffused light from outside softens even further, becoming a deep amber glow through the layers of silk. You listen. The distant, rhythmic chirping of crickets is now muffled, a soft, hushed pulse that seems to originate from a great distance. The air within the net feels still, calm, a quiet cocoon. You close your eyes. You feel utterly protected. Everything is at peace. You breathe out, slowly. The sheer silk of your mosquito net, a delicate veil, still surrounds your sleeping couch. A faint, cool breath stirs the air within your private chambers, barely perceptible. From the distant, unseen jungle, the first, soft, melodic calls of birds begin to emerge. Each note is distinct, a gentle, rising chorus, yet muted by the distance. It announces the slow approach of dawn. You lie upon the cool, smooth silk of your mattress. Your palm rests, heavy and warm, on the soft, woven mat beside you. The fine silk threads of the net brush almost imperceptibly against your cheek. A subtle, dry caress sounds with the softest movement of the fabric. The air within this enclosed space feels utterly still, a quiet cocoon. You shift your weight slightly. The cool silk yields, then slowly conforms to your body's contours. You listen, unmoving, to the distant symphony of the awakening world. The bird calls are slow, unhurried, each a delicate utterance. A single clear whistle then pierces the quiet, a delicate rising trill. It is followed by a soft, repeated coo, then a low, resonant warble. Each sound fades, slowly, into the lingering darkness. The air outside the net feels distinctly cooler, a refreshing contrast to the warmth of your skin. A faint, fresh scent of damp earth and distant blossoms then drifts in, a subtle, sweet perfume of the waking world. You feel the deep quiet of the moment, a profound stillness. The distant calls grow slightly clearer, more frequent, a gentle tapestry of sound. You breathe out slowly. Everything is utterly still. You rest. The faint, melodic calls of jungle birds continue their gentle chorus around your sleeping pavilion. The air within your silk net feels still and cool. Your body rests upon the smooth, cool silk of your mattress. Your palm lies flat against the soft, woven mat beside you. A profound quiet then settles over the land. Then, from a great distance, a deep, resonant sound begins to emerge. It is the soft, distant reverberation of a temple bell. A low, sustained bong sounds, slowly swelling, then slowly fading. It echoes across the vast, still plains, a deep, peaceful hum. You feel the subtle vibration of the sound, a barely perceptible tremor in the air around you. Your fingers, relaxed and heavy, drift slowly across the cool, smooth silk. The fabric yields, a soft, dry whisper beneath your touch. The faint, fresh scent of damp earth and distant blossoms lingers. It is a subtle, sweet perfume of the waking world. The bell rings again. Sok bong. This time, it feels even more distant, more muted, a quiet echo of the first. The sound slowly dissipates into the vastness of the morning. You close your eyes. You listen, letting the deep, peaceful hum settle through you. The rhythm is slow, unhurried, a gentle pulse of the awakening day. You breathe out, slowly. Everything is still, utterly calm. You rest deeply. The soft light of early morning now fills your private shrine. You feel the cool, smooth stone beneath your bare feet. A profound stillness hangs in the air, broken only by the faint, distant calls of jungle birds. Your hand reaches, slowly, towards a small, lacquered box on the altar. Its dark, polished surface is cool and smooth to the touch. You lift the lid. A soft, barely audible click sounds. A rich, warm, woody scent of sandalwood rises, immediately enveloping your senses. Inside, several slender sticks of incense lie nestled on a bed of fine silk. Their surfaces are smooth, dry, with a subtle, almost imperceptible grain. You select one, carefully, with your fingertips. It feels light, firm, yet delicate. You bring it closer to your nose. The fragrance deepens, a sweet, earthy perfume that is both grounding and uplifting. You place the stick gently into a small, polished brass holder. A faint metallic clink sounds as it settles. The brass feels cool, smooth, solid. You then light the tip. A tiny, almost silent fizz of sounds, followed by a thin wisp of pale, fragrant smoke. It coils slowly upwards, a delicate, silent dance in the still air. You watch its gentle ascent. The scent of sandalwood fills the space. Slowly, softly, you breathe out. Everything is calm. You are at peace. The lingering, fragrant sandalwood smoke still curls faintly in your private ablutions room. A new, soft, rhythmic sound now fills the quiet morning air. From a large, polished copper basin, a gentle, continuous force rises. Water is steadily warming within. You approach the basin, your bare feet meeting the cool, smooth stone floor. Each step is unhurried. The cool stone feels grounding. The polished copper gleams with a deep, soft warmth in the early light, reflecting the subtle glow. You reach out, slowly, with an open hand. Your fingertips hover just above the rising steam. The air here is subtly humid, a delicate moisture on your skin, a fine mist. A faint, clean scent of heated water mingled with a hint of metallic warmth from the copper perfumes the space. You lower your hand further. Your fingers just touch the rim of the basin. The smooth, cool copper feels firm, then steadily warms beneath your touch, a solid presence. Your thumb traces the curve of the rim. A tiny, almost inaudible bubble sounds from the water's surface, a delicate certain bop. The warmth spreads slowly into your palm, a comforting, deep heat. You close your eyes for a moment. You take a slow, deep breath, feeling the gentle warmth. The room is calm. You are utterly at peace. You are ready for the day. The fragrant sandalwood smoke now gently dissipates from your morning ritual. The cool, clean air of morning follows you into a quiet, shaded corridor of the temple complex. Your bare feet meet the familiar, smooth stone of the pathway. Each step is unhurried, deliberate. A newly carved sandstone lintel rests on a low, sturdy stand, bathed in the soft, filtered light of the new day. Its surface, a pale, warm amber, seems to hum with quiet artistry. You approach it slowly, your silk robe whispering softly with each movement, a delicate friction against your skin. You lift your hand, slowly. Your fingers, unhurried and curious, reach out towards the stone. They meet the lintel with a gentle touch. The sandstone feels cool at first, a firm, dense presence, then slowly begins to absorb the warmth from your palm. You feel the subtle, fine grit of its surface, a barely perceptible texture beneath your fingertips. Slowly, deliberately, your index finger begins to trace the intricate patterns of a newly carved bas-relief. A delicate raised curve of a lotus petal yields softly to your touch, its edges smooth. You follow the precise, shallow lines of a celestial dancer's flowing gown, moving with unhurried grace. Each carved groove is smooth, a quiet path for your finger. A faint, dry sounds. A whisper of skin against stone. The soft, golden light shifts, deepening the subtle shadows within the carved forms, revealing every detail. The air in the corridor is utterly still, holding a subtle, mineral scent from the fresh carving. You breathe in slowly, deeply. You are lost in the quiet contemplation of the work. The ancient patterns unfold, slowly, beneath your touch. Everything is calm. You rest. The subtle, mineral scent of newly carved sandstone now fades from your senses. You turn from the lintel, moving slowly towards your polished rosewood desk. The smooth, cool stone of the corridor feels grounding beneath your bare feet. On the dark, gleaming surface of the desk, your architectural instruments lie arranged with quiet precision. Sunlight, now higher in the sky, filters softly through the temple corridors, casting a gentle, golden glow on the polished bronze. Your fingers reach for a slender compass. Its cool, smooth surface yields to your touch. You feel the subtle, dense weight of the bronze, a solid presence in your palm. The metal glows with a deep, quiet sheen, reflecting the soft light. You turn it slowly, observing how the light catches its finely engraved markings, revealing their delicate precision. A faint, almost imperceptible metallic scent rises from the polished surface. You then lay the compass gently back onto the rosewood. A soft, precise clink sounds, a delicate echo in the still air. Your gaze drifts to a set of small, polished bronze weights, used to hold down scrolls. You lift one. It is cool, heavy, perfectly smooth. You feel the cool density of the metal, a grounding sensation. You replace it with a soft, dull tapi. The air in the study is calm. Everything is still. You breathe out slowly. The cool, smooth bronze of your instruments now rests quietly on the desk. You step into your private courtyard garden. The midday sun is warm on your shoulders. Your feet, clad in soft leather sandals, meet the fine, pale gravel. A gentle, soft crunch sounds beneath each step, a delicate, dry friction. The sound is hushed, rhythmic, accompanying your unhurried pace. A faint, earthy scent of warm, dry stone rises from the gravel, subtle and grounding. You walk slowly, deliberately, through the sun-dappled space. Your hand reaches out, slowly. Your fingertips brush against a low, intricately carved sandstone wall. Its surface feels warm, almost smooth, yet with a subtle, dry grit that yields to your touch. The sandstone glows with a soft, amber light, reflecting the warmth of the day. You feel the ancient nature of the stone, solid and enduring. A gentle breeze then stirs the frangipani leaves overhead. It creates a soft, dry rustle, a barely audible, notable knock. The air is still, warm. The faint aroma of distant blossoms drifts by. You pause, letting the warmth of the sun soak into your skin. The soft crunch of the gravel underfoot continues, a steady, calming rhythm. You breathe out slowly. Everything is utterly peaceful. The soft crunch of gravel has faded behind you. You now sit on a low, polished stone bench in your private courtyard garden. The afternoon sun is warm on your skin. Your hand rests on the smooth, cool stone, feeling its solid, grounding presence. A gentle breeze then stirs the air. Your gaze lifts, slowly, to the tall, graceful palm trees that line the courtyard's edge. Their broad, fanned fronds begin a slow, rhythmic dance. They sway with a continuous, hushed swish, swish, a soft, dry rustle against the warm air. The sound is delicate, repetitive, a natural lullaby. You feel the subtle, cool breath of the breeze as it passes across your face, a refreshing caress. A faint, sweet scent of distant blossoms drifts in, carried on the same gentle current. You watch the long, slender leaves dip and rise, their movement utterly unhurried. Sunlight filters through the swaying fronds, casting shifting, dappled patterns of light and shadow on the pale stone of the courtyard. Each shadow lengthens, then shortens, a slow, quiet rhythm. The air is still, warm. The gentle rustle of the palms is a constant, calming presence. You breathe out slowly. Everything is at peace. You simply observe. The day's warmth now gently fades as twilight deepens over your private reflection pool. You sit on a low, polished stone bench, its surface cool and smooth beneath your hand. The air carries a subtle, damp coolness from the water, a refreshing contrast to the day's heat. Your gaze drifts to the still, dark surface of the pool. Then, the first tiny points of light appear. Fireflies begin their silent, delicate dance, slowly emerging from the surrounding foliage. Each light is a soft, fleeting glow, a tiny, pulsing beacon against the deepening blue of the sky. They drift slowly over the surface of the water. Their subtle reflections shimmer, then fade, then reappear. The air is utterly still. A faint, sweet scent of night-blooming jasmine drifts closer, a delicate perfume carried on a barely perceptible breeze. You feel the coolness of the stone bench beneath you. Your fingers, unhurried, trace the smooth, cool edge of the polished stone. The surface is solid, grounded, a quiet anchor. The fireflies continue their gentle, unhurried display. Each tiny light is a soft, silent blink in the gathering dusk. You watch them, unmoving. The rhythmic chirping of crickets begins, a distant, soft hum, adding to the profound quiet. The world settles into the deep, calm rhythm of the night. You breathe out slowly. Everything is at peace. You simply observe. The fireflies have faded into the deep night. You are now in your private evening chamber. The air here is cool, a gentle embrace against your skin. A small, ornate bronze brazier sits on a low, polished stone plinth. Within it, embers glow with a soft, deep red, casting a warm, flickering light on the surrounding darkness. A quiet, continuous crackle, pop, hiss sounds from the brazier. Each sound is delicate, distinct, a gentle conversation of heat and wood. You extend your hand, slowly. Your fingertips hover just above the warmth, feeling the subtle rise of heat. A faint, dry scent of smoldering agarwood, subtly sweet and earthy, perfumes the air. You lower your hand further. Your palm rests gently on the cool, smooth bronze of the brazier's rim. The metal is firm, dense, a grounding presence. Its coolness contrasts with the warmth radiating from within. You feel the subtle, almost imperceptible vibration of the crackling embers. The soft red glow illuminates the intricate patterns carved into the brazier's surface. Shadows dance, slowly, on the stone walls, shifting with each soft crackle. The rhythmic, subtle sounds of the embers are deeply calming. You close your eyes. You simply listen. The warmth spreads slowly through your palm, a comforting, deep heat. The air is still. Everything is at peace. You breathe out slowly. The soft crackle of embers now fades into the deep quiet of your evening chamber. The air here is still, cool, a gentle embrace against your skin. Your bare feet meet the polished stone floor. Its surface is incredibly smooth, a profound coolness that spreads slowly upwards, grounding you. Each step is unhurried, deliberate, almost silent. The cool stone feels solid, ancient, a silent witness to time. A faint, earthy scent of damp stone rises, subtle and clean. You walk slowly, deliberately across the chamber. Your hand reaches out, slowly. Your fingertips brush against a low, intricately carved rosewood screen. The wood is cool, smooth, its finely worked grain a subtle texture beneath your touch. You trace a delicate curving line with your thumb, feeling the quiet artistry. A soft, dry nils sounds. A whisper of skin against wood. The dim light from a distant oil lamp casts long, dancing shadows across the polished floor. Each shadow lengthens, then shortens, a slow, quiet rhythm. The air is utterly still. The profound quiet of the night settles around you. You feel the cool, smooth stone beneath your feet, a constant, calming presence. You breathe out slowly. Everything is at peace. You simply exist. The cool smoothness of the polished stone floor still lingers beneath your bare feet. You move slowly, deliberately into your private library. A subtle, earthy scent then greets you. It is the deep aroma of old books and dried herbs. The air here feels hushed, almost ancient. Your fingers reach out. They brush against the spines of aged palm leaf scrolls. The bindings feel cool. They are dry. A faint, papery whisper sounds, a delicate friction. You select one, carefully. Its weight is light in your hand. You bring it slowly towards you. The scent deepens. It is a profound, grounding aroma. You settle onto a low, carved rosewood stool. The wood is smooth. It is cool. Sunlight, now fading, filters through the high, narrow windows. It casts long, soft shadows across the dark shelves. The room is utterly still. You breathe in the quiet. You simply hold the scroll. The last, faint scent of old books now recedes from your senses. You are in your private sleeping chamber as night deepens. The air here is still, cool, a gentle caress on your skin. You recline, slowly, onto your sleeping mat. The finely woven fibers feel soft. They are cool against your skin. Your body settles, sinking gently into the mat's yielding surface. A subtle pressure spreads, a comforting weight. Your back finds soft support. Your head rests softly on the low, firm pillow, its smooth silk cool against your cheek. A soft, rhythmic whisper then begins to fill the quiet. It is the sound of your own breath, in, out. a quiet, continuous, a delicate friction against the profound stillness of the room. Each inhale is slow, unhurried. Each exhale is even slower, a gentle release. You feel the cool air enter your nostrils, a subtle freshness. You feel the warm air leave, a soft, quiet sigh. Your hands rest, heavy and warm, on the mat beside you. Your fingers spread slowly, unhurried, exploring. They feel the subtle, dry texture of the woven fibers, a fine, intricate pattern. Each thread is distinct, a quiet mat beneath your touch. The mat embraces you gently. A faint, almost imperceptible rustle sounds. It is from your silk robe as your weight shifts, barely there. The sound is delicate. It is almost imagined. The dim, amber light from the distant oil lamp casts long, soft shadows across the smooth stone floor. They are unmoving. They are utterly still. The chamber is profoundly quiet. Only your breath. It continues its soft, rhythmic whisper. You feel your own slow, steady rhythm. The mat holds you. Everything is at peace. You are deeply still. The soft, rhythmic whisper of your breath continues. You lie upon the cool, smooth silk of your sleeping mat. The finely woven fibers feel soft. They are cool against your skin. Your body settles deeper, sinking gently into the mat's yielding surface. A subtle pressure spreads, a comforting weight. Your back finds soft support. Your head rests softly on the low, firm pillow. Its smooth silk is cool against your cheek. From a great distance, the faint, rhythmic chirping of crickets is barely audible. A soft, continuous chirp, chirp, chirp sounds. It is almost imagined. A gentle night breeze then stirs the sheer canopy above you. It creates a soft, almost imperceptible sèche-perchèche mix. This is the delicate friction of fabric against the cool air. You feel the subtle, cool breath of the breeze across your exposed arm. Your hands rest, heavy and warm, on the mat beside you. Your fingers spread slowly. They are unhurried. They feel the subtle, dry texture of the woven fibers. Each thread is distinct. The mat embraces you gently. The dim, amber light from the distant oil lamp casts long, soft shadows. They are unmoving. They are utterly still. Your eyelids grow heavy. They feel like lead. Your thoughts slow, then drift. The world outside softens. It fades. Only the gentle rhythm of your breath remains. You sink deeper, deeper into the quiet embrace of sleep.